Good morning everyone, I'm your mentor Devanshu and I welcome you all to the reports and indices session on EduTap. And guys, today the topic of the discussion is All India Survey on Higher Education 2019-2020. And guys, we all know that reports and indices are very important when it comes to the NABARD, RBI and SEBI exam and in the past year exams as well. We have seen questions coming from the topic of reports and indices in phase 1 as well as phase 2 of these exams, and that is the reason why we are discussing the topic of reports and indices. And guys, if you are new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And you can also join our Telegram channel to get the access to the PDF of the lectures. To join the Telegram channel, kindly click on the link given in the description below. And guys, we are also running a daily exam booster series in which we are running 3 series. That is the General Awareness series taken by Ritika Rehal ma'am, ESI Current Affairs series taken by Gurkirat sir, and Reports and Indices series is being taken by myself. So guys, now let's move on to the session. Let's get started. So guys, recently Ministry of Education has released the 10th edition of All India Survey on Higher Education 2019-2020. And this particular survey was first ever released in the year of 2011. So guys, please mark star here. This can also be asked in the exam. Now if we talk about this report, it provides us key performance indicators on the current status of higher education in India. Now the question arises that what exactly is higher education? So as per this survey, higher education can be defined as an education which is being obtained after completing 12 years of schooling or equivalent and is of at least the duration of 9 months, that is full time. And guys, if we talk about this report, then this report is being used by the central and state governments for policy formulation. And guys, if we talk about the higher education survey, then guys, this particular survey has been framed by collecting the information from higher education institutions which are part of this AISHE. So guys, these higher education institutions have been classified in the 3 categories, that is the university, colleges and standalone institutions. If we talk about the universities, then these are the university level institutions. And if we talk about the colleges, then these are those institutions which are affiliated or recognized with any university. And if we talk about the standalone institutions, then they are those institutions which are not affiliated and not recognized with any university. And guys, if we talk about the total percentage of these higher education institutions which have participated in this survey, then 95.2% of the total universities in India, 90% of the colleges and 73.3% of the standalone institutions have participated in this particular survey. And guys, now let's see if with the help of this pie chart, the distribution of universities as per the specialization which has responded to this particular survey. And guys, from this particular pie chart we can see that the universities with the specialization as general were the major contributing towards responding in this particular survey. As we can see from this pie chart, 522 universities which are generally specialized have participated and responded to this particular survey. And guys, now let's move on to the states with the highest number of institutions. And guys, this particular list has been topped by Uttar Pradesh, having total number of institutions of 8985, followed by Maharashtra and Karnataka on the 2nd and 3rd place. So guys, please mark star here. As Uttar Pradesh, this particular type of data is always being asked in the exam, and this is very important data from the exam point of view. And guys, if we talk about the district which is having the maximum number of colleges, then guys, it is the Bengaluru urban, having the maximum number of colleges, that is 1009. So there are 1009, that is 1009 number of colleges are there in the Bengaluru urban. And now guys, let's move on to the very first indicator, that is the total student enrollment. And guys, from this particular graph we can see that total student enrollment has increased in the past 5 years. As we can see that it was 3.42 crore in year 2014-15, which has increased to 3.74 crore from to 18-19, and it has increased to 3.85 crore in year 2019-2020. And guys, if we talk about the increase, then it has increased by 3.04% from 2018-19 to 2019-2020. And guys, if we talk about the distribution among the total student enrollment, then among this distribution, 51% of the total students were male and 49% of the total students were female. That means 1.9 crore students were male and 49%, that is 1.8 crore, were female. And guys, if we from this particular chart we can see the program wise student enrollment. And guys, this total student enrollment has been classified with the help of 8 levels, and these 8 levels are PhD, MPhil, postgraduate, undergraduate, integrated certificate, diploma and PG diploma. And guys, from this particular pie chart we can see that the maximum number of students who have participated, who are enrolled in education, have enrolled themselves in the programs under the undergraduate, and we can see with the help of this pie chart that 79.53% of the total student enrolled are only enrolled in the undergraduate program, followed by 11.2% which are enrolled in the postgraduate, and remaining 9.28% were from the remaining 6 categories. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. From this particular slide, what is very important from the exam point of view is the highest program having the highest student enrollment, that is the undergraduate, that is 79.53% of the total students. Now guys, let's see the social group wise distribution in the student enrollment. And guys, from here we can see, as we've already discussed in the very first slide of the total student enrollment, that 1.9 crore students are male and 1.8 crore students were female. That means 51% were male and 49% were female. And guys, we can also see that this particular distribution is being followed when we compare it with the in the social groups as well, that is the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe as well as OBC. But guys, if we talk about the total number of students which are enrolled in education, in the higher education, and they belong to SC, then it is the 14.7%. And guys, if we talk about the ST, then there are 5.6% of the total student enrolled are from scheduled tribes, and the remaining 37% are from other backward classes, that is the OBC. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. Now let's move on to the next slide. And guys, from in this particular slide we are going to see the highest total student enrollment. And guys, once again, this particular list has been topped by Uttar Pradesh. And guys, if we talk about the distribution of Uttar Pradesh, distribution of student enrollment in Uttar Pradesh in male to female, then guys, this particular distribution was, there were 49.1% students were male and 50.9% students were female in Uttar Pradesh, followed by Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. So guys, this is the particular list, and from once again here you are only required to remember the state which are having the highest total student enrollment, that is the Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so guys, I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. Now let's move on to the next slide. And guys, distance mode of education has also become a very important mode of education in order to obtain higher education. And guys, from this particular graph we can also see that once again this particular enrollment is being also dominated by undergraduate program, as 68.06% of the total students which are enrolled in the distance mode were only from the undergraduate program. And guys, if we talk about this particular distance mode, then total it is a 11.1% of the total student enrollment in all over India. And guys, in this particular category, 44.5% of the students are female. So guys, from this particular slide, what you are required to gather, what you are required to remember is the percentage of the total students which are enrolled in the distance mode of education, and as well as the percentage of the distribution of male and female in this particular category. Okay, so guys, I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. Now let's see the gross enrollment ratio. So guys, if we talk about the gross enrollment ratio, then it has once again increased in the past 5 years, as we can see that it was 24.3% in year 2014 to 15, and it increased to 26.3% in year 2018 to 19, and it further increased to 27.1% in year 2019 to 2020. So guys, if we talk about the gross enrollment ratio, which is being calculated for 18 to 23 years of the population, so guys, the total gross enrollment ratio in India is 27.1. And guys, if we talk about the gross enrollment ratio among males, then it was 26.9, and if we talk about the females, then it was 27.3. And guys, from this particular graph we can also see the gross enrollment ratio of the scheduled tribes as well as scheduled caste. And guys, it was 18.0 for the scheduled tribe and 23.4 for the scheduled caste. And guys, from here you're only required to remember the gross enrollment ratio of scheduled tribe, scheduled caste and all over India, as well as for India you are also required to remember the gross enrollment ratio of male as well as females. So guys, this particular data is very important from the exam point of view. So guys, kindly mark star here and kindly remember this data, as this can be very easily asked in the exam. So guys, if you talk about the gross enrollment ratio in the higher education 18 to 23 years, there we have also some more key findings, and this particular report also says, if we compare the gross enrollment ratio internationally, then guys, if we which is being calculated for 18 to 22 years, then guys it comes out to be 31.5% at all India level. So guys, once again mark star here, as this particular data is also very important from the exam. As we can see that for India it is being calculated for 18 to 23 years age of population, but for international levels it is being calculated for 18 to 22 years of age, and at all India level it comes out to be 31.5%, which is more than 27.1%, which is at India level. Okay, so guys, this particular report also says that the gross enrollment ratio for the female in all social groups was highest in Indian state, that is Sikkim, with 67.6%. So guys, once again this particular data is very important. So guys, all these findings from this particular report is very important from the exam point of view, and it has very high probability to be asked in the exam, as this particular topic is once again very important from the exam point of view. And guys, from this particular graph which is being given here, you can see the gender parity index. From here you can see that it was 1.01 all over India, while it was 1.05 in scheduled caste and 0.97 in scheduled tribes. And guys, this particular thing says that the female participation in the higher education was 101 per 100 males, and guys it has increased from 1.0 in year 2018-19 to 1.01 in year 2019 to 2020. So guys, once again please mark star here, this is very important data from the exam point of view. So guys, if we talk about the total number of teachers, then it was 15,303,156 teachers all over India, and guys among them the distribution is 57.5% were male and 42.5% were female. So guys, once again very important data from the exam point of view. And guys, if we talk about the state which is having the lowest proportion, guys, then the state with having the lowest proportion of teachers, it was Bihar, as the ratio of male to female distribution in this Bihar was 4:1. And if we talk about in the percentage terms, then there were around 78% teachers were male and 21% teachers were female. So guys, once again a very important data. Kindly remember this particular data, and this is very important from the exam point of view. So guys, now let's see the female per 100 male teachers in the three categories of higher educations. And here we can see that total there are 59 female per 100 male teachers in the universities, 77 female per 100 male teachers in colleges, and 72 female per 100 male teachers in the standalone institution. That shows that universities, the distribution, the proportion of male to female ratio is very less. And guys, in universities there is a scope of improvement in improving this particular ratio. And guys, if we talk about the pupil to teacher ratio, that is the total number of students divided by the total number of teachers available. For example, if we see here that if this particular ratio is 10:1, then we can see that for every 10 students we have one teacher in a school or college or university. Okay, so guys, if we talk about the pupil teacher ratio in all over India, then it was 26. So guys, once again mark star here, this is very important. And if we talk about the universities and colleges in regular mode, then it was 28, and universities and its constituent unit in regular mode, then this pupil to teacher ratio was 18. So guys, from this particular slide, the most important thing is the pupil teacher ratio all over India is 26 in higher education in year 2019 to 2020. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. Now let's move on to the next slide. And guys, this particular slide we can see the representation of foreign students. Foreign students means the students which do not belong to India, which have only come to India for the education purposes. And guys, as per this report, total 49,348 students were foreign students in India which has enrolled in higher education, and among them these 49,348 students are from the 168 countries. And guys, among them the country which has the highest proportion was Nepal, having 28.1% of this particular total 49,348 foreign students which have enrolled for higher education in India. So guys, once again here the most important thing which you are required to remember is only the name of Nepal, the country of Nepal, which is having the highest proportion of foreign students in India. Okay, and guys, if we talk about the 6 major disciplines where the student enrollment was the highest, and guys, these 6 major disciplines are humanities, science, commerce, engineering and technology, medical science, as well as IT and computer. So guys, these were all the 6 major disciplines where the student enrollment was highest. Now guys, let's see some other key findings from this particular report. And guys, this report says that the number of institutions of national importance has increased by 80%. As it was 75 in 2015, it has increased to 135 in year 2020. And guys, there is a task for all of you. You are going to tell me in the comment section below that what are these institutions of national importance. And guys, this report also says that the share of female students was also lowest among these institutions of national importance. And guys, this particular report also says that there is a growth of 11.4% in the student enrollment in the past 5 years, that is from 15-16 to 19-20. Okay guys, and guys, there was a rise in female enrollment, as in the higher education the female enrollment has increased to 18.2% in this period of last 5 years, and the number of PhDs has also increased by 60% in the last 5 years. And guys, if we talk about the increase from in the last 5 years, then guys, it was 1.17 lakh in 14-15, and guys, it has reached to 2.03 lakh in year 2019-2020. And guys, I want to correct here that there was a growth of 11.4% in student enrollment from 14-15 to 19-20, and it was not 15-16 to 19-22. Okay guys, so I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. Now let's see some other key findings of AISHE in 2019-2020. And guys, this particular report also says that there was a significant shift in the choice of the discipline of study. As this report has reported that engineering and technology discipline has registered a negative growth of 13.4%. And if you talk about the medical science, then the enrollment in medical science has increased by 51.1%. And guys, out of the total 42,343 colleges, 60.56% are located in rural areas, 10.75% of the colleges are exclusively for girls, 78.6% are privately managed, and 65.5% of the colleges have enrolled less than 500 students, while 4% of the colleges, that is only 4% of the colleges, have enrolled of more than 3,000 students. Now guys, you are required to tell me in the comment section below that what are the different initiatives which Indian government has taken to promote the higher education. And guys, some of them are, which I can name here, is the National Education Policy, SPARK, which is scheme for promotion of academic and research observation collaboration, and guys, the third one is the PM Research Fellowship Program. So guys, apart from that, kindly name the different initiatives taken by the Indian government to promote higher education in India. So guys, that was all from the today's session. Now we are moving towards the small MCQ series, with the help of which we are going to revise that what exactly we have covered in this particular session. Okay, so guys, from this particular series, the first question is here on your screen. And guys, the first question is once again related to the releasing body, and it says, which among the following organization has recently released the All India Survey on Higher Education 2019-2020? And guys, once again, you are required to answer me in the comment section below the name of the body which has released this particular report. And guys, the right answer to this particular question is option A, that is the Ministry of Education. So guys, Ministry of Education, we have already discussed, has released this particular survey, and this was the 10th edition of this survey, and it was first ever released in year 2011. So guys, now let's move on to the second question, and second question is here on your screen. And second question is, what is the pupil teacher ratio in higher education in 2019-2020 as per the recently released All India Survey on Higher Education 2019-2020? And guys, please answer the question in the comment section below, and the right answer to this particular question is option D, that is 26. So this is once again very important question from this particular report. Okay, and these are the kind of questions which are being asked in the exam, and now after going through this session, you can easily answer these questions in your exam. Now guys, this is the time of the googly question, and now see that how many of you are going to hit a cracking shot and how many of you are going to lose your wicket. So guys, the question is here on your screen, and the question is, as per the recently released report, investment opportunities in India's healthcare sector, what is the expected investment in healthcare sector in India by year 2022? And guys, the options are $272 billion, $322 billion, $350 billion, $372 billion, and $400 billion. And guys, the right answer to this particular question is option D, that is $372 billion. So guys, now let's move on to the question from the session itself. And guys, next question is here on your screen. According to the recently released report, which state has the highest number of colleges in India? So guys, see, I have told you while covering that part that this is very important from the exam point of view, and see, we have a question on this particular part. And guys, the options are Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Haryana. And guys, as per our discussion, the right answer to this particular question is option A, that is Uttar Pradesh. So guys, Uttar Pradesh is the state which is having the highest number of colleges in India, and it is also the state which is having the highest student enrollment in India. So guys, now let's move on to the next question, and next question is, as per the recently released All India Survey on Higher Education 2019-2020, what is the gross enrollment ratio in higher education? So guys, you are required to tell me the gross enrollment ratio in higher education in India in year 2019-2020. And guys, please answer the question in the comment section below. And guys, the right answer to this particular question is option number C. Sorry, it is option number B, that is 27.1%. So guys, gross enrollment ratio in India in higher education for 2019-2020 was 27.1%. So guys, in the comment section below, please tell me that when we compare it internationally, then what was the gross enrollment ratio of India at all India level. And guys, you are also required to tell me, as we all know that the gross enrollment ratio in higher education in India is being calculated for the population of 18 to 23 years. Now for the international level, what is this particular range? So guys, kindly answer this question in the comment section below. So guys, that was all from the today's session. Now it is the time of the homework question. And guys, homework question is here on your screen. The question is related to the forest governance by indigenous and tribal people report. And guys, this particular question says that what is the percentage of forest in the Amazon basin which are under indigenous territories? And guys, the options are 45%, 50, 35%, 40%, 50%, 55%. And guys, please answer the question in the comment section below, and I am going to answer this question in the next session. And guys, if we talk about the homework question from the previous lecture, the homework question from the previous lecture was related to the Global Gender Gap Index report 2021, and it asked about the India's rank in this particular index. And guys, India's rank in the Global Gender Gap Index report 2021 was 140, and that's why the right answer to this particular question is 140. And guys, if we talk about the star performers from the previous session, then congratulations to all of you: Teja Sabi, the Convoy, Jyoti Singh, Devanjan Paul, and Aditya Gupta. Congratulations to all of you, and if you also want your name to be mentioned here in the next session, kindly participate in the session while answering the questions which have been asked during the session, and answer the questions in the comment section below. So guys, I hope that today's session was useful and fruitful to all of you. But still, if you have any queries, you can drop us a mail at hello@edutap.co.in, and you can also call us at 8146207241. So guys, now I will be meeting in the next session. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy learning.